Right, so we're going to do the Quickstep. Quickstep has lots of different moves, not just these that we're going to do today, but they all kind of originate from these. Okay, so once you know the basic Charleston Quickstep moves, you'll be fine with all the others. Okay, first thing we did was knees cross, okay, which is just down to the knees, cross the hands, back again, and up with the hand, okay? Now, you can change this, you can just do it like this, with a little bounce in the knees. You can do it where you bring the foot up. So I'm going to do opposite arm, opposite leg, and touch. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You can bring the knees in, and you can do the proper pa, pa, ta, pa, pa, ta, pa, pa, ta, pa, pa, ta. The knees are going double time, or you can just come in and out. You can just go in, out, in, I can't even do it, in, out, okay? Whatever takes your fancy, as long as it's a timing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? Okay, knees cross pat, that was it. Then we did the bum pats, okay? Which people always feel a bit self-conscious doing, because they're like, ooh, you know, patting my bum, it's a bit cheeky, but yeah, just enjoy it. Enjoy the music. The Charleston and the Quickstep are cheeky. So all we're going to do here is going to lift the hip. And the way we can do that is by having just the toe of one leg down. I'm doing this facing you because most people can manage to do it with me facing or not facing this move. So what you're going to do is lift as you push this toe down without putting the heel on the floor. Your hip will lift, bop, 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 bop. And as you do that, you're going to pat it. Pat, 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 pat. Okay, and we're going to kind of move along. We're going to go, and we're going to go up first. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Can you see? I've not got that heel down. Keeping it up so that I can really, really lift the hip. And then we go back the other way, which I can't lift this hand very well, but you get the idea. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Then faster. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay? Just remembering that heel's up. The heel's up so that when we lift it, push, because our heel's up, this hip has to come up, okay? Up. Okay, let's just practice. Okay, it's a bit of fun. Basic Charleston with a change of step was the next thing we do. So, with the basic Charleston, we always keep one foot in the centre. So we're bringing our foot back to the centre. I know you can't see my feet very well in this tiny room, but I'll try my best. So what you're going to do is point with your right foot. No, you're not. You're going to step on your right foot. So you're going to step forwards and then point the left. Now step back and point the right behind. So step, point, step, point, step, point, step, point. Now I always swing my hands because I think the Charleston, you need to swing those arms. Okay? You can, if you want to, take the foot round, okay, make a little circle, half circle. And then you can, obviously, as you get better, you can add the swivel to it, which is really hard on the carpet. But it kind of goes like that. These are all things that come the better you get at it. Now what we did was we changed step. So to change step, we did 4 of them. We went step, point, step, point, step, point, step, point, step, point, step, point, step, point on the 4th one, and we just go close, close. And now you'll see the weight is on the right leg, ready to take that left one and step forwards. Step, point, step, point, step, point, step, point, step, point, step. Last one, step, point, step, step. And now our weight's back on the left, ready to go forwards with the right again, okay? I'll just do 2 this time. 1, 2, step. 1, 2, step. 1, 2, and so on and so forth. Okay? Basic Charleston step. Now, what you'll see me do in the class sometimes is instead of doing that change with a slow, slow, so instead of going step, point, step, slow, slow, I'll do 4 quick little runs, and you can choose to do whichever you find easiest once you get the hang of it. So the 4 runs, it's the same timing, it's just quicker steps. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2, 3, 4. It's exactly the same timing as doing 1 and 2. Okay, but we did that in class. And you'll get to recognise it and know it. So next move we did was sailors with the hi-hats. Okay, so we went hi-hatting, which is basically just lifting the knees, really high knees in the Charleston and the Quickstep, lifting 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. So 2 steps on each side. As you do that, you push the hands up. Okay, so we go 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. And we did sailors back. So we crossed our arms and we just do the same thing coming back with a kind of chassé, side, close, side, side, close, side, side, close, side, side, close, side. Okay, so we do it again. We come forwards, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, and back for 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Okay, sailors with the hi-hats. I call them hi-hats. And then the last thing we did, oh no, we did some toe taps before our 10 step. These are the toe taps. So they're called a spring tap really, because you're going to spring onto that foot and spring onto that foot. Okay, lift yourself over. You don't have to jump. If you've got bad knees, bad hips, bad ankles, bad back, you can just step, tap, step, tap. But if you want to do it properly, you're going to spring and tap, spring and tap, spring and tap, spring and tap. Now the hands are just going to go over, okay, as you do it. Sometimes in class I do single, single, double. Single, single, double. But for the purposes of learning it, we're just going to do singles. So basically they go. Ready, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Okay, I'll do it one more time. So you're just springing onto one foot and then back onto the other. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Spring taps. Now the last thing we did was the 10 step, which is going to be really hard for me to show you in this room because we kind of need width. So when you are in the hall and you have got space, if there's not very many people in the class, use all the space because it's such a lovely move to do when you've got room to do it, and you can add the rise and fall as is supposed to be. Okay, so I'll try and show you best I can. 10 step has 10 steps, it's all in the name, and it's essentially a grapevine with some side closed sides in between it. If you don't know what a grapevine is, you might know it as a weave. It's essentially in front and behind, and in front and behind is what your feet are doing. Okay, so we are going to start with the left foot. I'm going to take the left foot in front, 1, and then do a side closed side, 2, 3, 4, then go behind, 5, now another chassé, side closed side, 6, 7, 8, then in front, and a tap, 9, 10. Okay, so I'm going to speed it up a little bit. I'm going to go back now, doing exactly the same thing in reverse with the right foot. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We always move off on the leg that we tapped. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, I didn't do that properly. I didn't do my risers and fallers and my lovely big steps because I've got a tiny room, but you kind of get the idea of the pattern of the feet, where they've got to go. So when you come to class, and we do it in class, and we've got lots of room, we can really make the most of the space, use beautiful long steps, rise and fall, and be perfect. But hopefully that gives you an idea and something that you could be practicing along to if you wanted to.